Okay, we're back with Super Real Estate Sunday. Listen, I don't know how many of you were able to catch the first recording when we were talking about ways that you can walk through the homeownership pre-planning and much, much more course that we offer. If you missed it, I'm going to have to gong you. So we talked about this book. It's a resource book. It's entitled Homeownership Pre-Planning and much, much more. You can pick it up on Amazon.com. I mentioned in the previous recording that if you register for the Homeownership Pre-Planning and much, much more course, it's a group course. It's free. If you register for it, you, of course, get this resource because it's a workbook. It's a manual that goes along with, it's a guide that goes along with the class. And it'll help you. If you're already a homeowner, we talked about how it can benefit you. The book can benefit you. If you're not a homeowner, it helps you. Or if you are interested in purchasing land, if you're a business owner, you want to purchase real estate with your corporate name, it walks you through all of that, even down to the preparation of financial statements. It helps you to prepay the interest and also helps you with understanding the optimal time to do that. If you're a homeowner and you're looking to get a HELOC or refinance and you want to know if it's most beneficial to you over the long run, there is a formula in there that helps you so that no matter what HELOC you're offered, you'll be able to check it first in a matter of seconds to see whether or not this is the viable direction for you to go in terms of refinancing or getting a HELOC. So the book is a resource. It's a resource for you if you're a property owner. It's a resource for you if you're not. If you want to become a property owner, it is a resource for you. If you're interested in maybe being a business, if you're a business owner, you want to purchase real estate or you want to begin to invest in real estate, it's a resource for you. Land or purchasing a home, it's a resource for you. So you want to make sure you check out the registration in the comments. If you're interested in registering for the course, go ahead and do that, and you'll get the book as a free resource along with free course. And if you're not interested in the course, go to Amazon.com, pick up a copy. You'll see that it's really beneficial for you. And the title is Homeownership Pre-Planning and much, much more. Okay, so we're going to jump right into some of this stuff that we talked about before. As I told you, I'll be jumping in and out of social media today as I service my clients. And we talked about a few things before. I'm not going to be able to go over them with you now. So just go back. Take a look at that video because I'm telling you, it's going to be some good stuff in there that you can use or that a friend of yours can use. So let me put on my National Land Realty cap here as I go into land ownership mode. So we talked about before some grants that were available to you in terms of getting financing for real estate. And I'm going to get to that. Before I get to that, I want to talk to some folks who you haven't been able to work out the financing of credit repair or credit restoration, but you know there are some ways that you can help yourself. Well, listen, we've got something for you. Drum roll, please. Today, we're going to talk about some ways that you can help yourself. Are you ready? All right, let's go. So the first thing we're going to look at is an opportunity for you to send out some letters on your behalf. So real quick here, remember I only have a small window between clients. And shout out to the Most High God. My clientele is full today. There are a lot of people that I've been blessed with the opportunity to help, to get them in I would say a prominent position or a lucrative position or a viable position to be able to purchase land. And so I'm working with some people now that are going to be moving here from other areas. We're getting them to a point to where they'll be able to walk right into their land. Some people are going to be building. Listen, I've got an exciting day lined up with clients. So in between those clients, I'll be coming on social media to talk to you guys to help get you prepared. So one of the things we're going to talk about today is what we need to do under the Fair Credit Reporting Act changes that have taken place. And there is a way that you can walk through credit repair under those modifications that have taken place, as well as the credit reporting agency framework that has been just recently modified. So a few things that you'll need to know specifically is you'll need to know about dispute letters and how you can follow a formal procedure that's been outlined by law that will be recognized by creditors and repositories as well. So here's a little breakdown really quick of key forms and letter types and steps that you can use. So the very first thing you want to do when you're looking at procedures under that Federal Credit Reporting Act, and also the credit repair advantages that are there, is you want to use a letter called a 609 letter. Guys, you know what? I was blessed to work for one of the best companies ever, Advantage Credit, and I worked for them for years, and they would directly communicate with the credit repositories to help mortgage lenders to prepare credit supplements to go along with the person's credit report, so that when it was submitted to the underwriters would take a look at the credit supplement, where we would do conference calls with the creditors in order to make sure that the credit report was reflected in a way that was most beneficial to the borrower. And loan officers would use Advantage Credit. They still use them. I think their new name is Ascend, but they still use them for credit supplements that can help to further explain some new things that have happened on the credit report. Well, when you look at the Fair Credit Reporting Act and the modifications that were made, there's a letter that's available that can be sent out. I know these things because I used to work in this industry for a while. Okay, that 609 letter is really based on a statute that's there in that particular Credit Reporting Act. And it states, firstly, that you're able to request documentation from the credit bureau. The credit bureau that may have been used to list certain things regarding a debt or account on your credit report. You're able to speak to them. And the way that you speak to them is through this request for verification. And section 609 of that Fair Credit Reporting Act that I spoke to you guys about, there's a letter that goes along, and it's called the 609 letter. It comes from section 609 in that Credit Reporting Act. You can use it when you want to verify the accuracy of what's been listed on your report. Okay, so what you want to put in that letter is the full name and the address and your social security number of the individual that's in question in terms of the credit report. You want to list specific accounts that you're talking about that are in question, and you want to request the original documentation that will support those allegations that are on your report. There's a response time that's required by the credit bureaus, and they have to respond within at least 30 to 45 days of receipt of your letter. And I would always send it certified. But anyway, these are letters that we have copies of that we will provide you with. We do not send the letters out for you. That's not a thing that we do, but we do offer the letters in this course, Homeownership Pre-Planning, much, much more. It's a free course. You register for it. Check the link in the comments. There is going to be a link there. If you don't see it there now, it will be there. Just give us a few minutes because we're live right now. But there'll be a link there for you to register for the course. If you register for the course, you get this book. I think you should get it by your second or third course, or second or third class. This is a guide. And of course, the course is every week. So somewhere between the second and third week, you'll get a copy of this book, which is free to you if you register for the course. If not, you can always pick it up on Amazon.com. It's got a lot of resourceful information in it that can help benefit you, whether you're already currently a land or a homeowner, or if you intend to be. So the next thing is the dispute letter. The dispute letter. Okay, so if you look in section 611 in the I keep saying federal because I used to work for another entity that regarded some other things in terms of federal entities. But for the Fair Credit Reporting Act in section 611, this particular dispute letter will challenge the accuracy of the information. All right. So you want to formally dispute any incorrect or unverifiable items that may have been reported on your credit report. And so you're going to use this 611 dispute letter to do that. Again, it's based on section 611 in the Fair Credit Reporting Act. When you've identified the errors, okay, and you want to have those entries updated, you're going to send out this letter, and this letter will help clearly identify any disputed items, okay, because it's going to be listed in the letter. You'll want to ask for an explanation of why they were reported incorrectly, and then you'll send supporting documentation to clarify how these items have been reported incorrectly versus the accurate information. The response time is normally within 30 days. We give them an opportunity to investigate, and then within 30 days, they will respond to you. Okay, lastly, all we're going to have time to talk about today before we clock out, so to speak, is the Section 623 of the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Section 623 talks about a dispute letter that goes out, that goes directly to the furnisher. Okay, so here's what we mean by that. It's a dispute letter that goes out directly to the creditor. Yeah, it's going to be sent directly to the creditor, right? Or whoever the data furnisher was, whoever the individual or company was, or I guess relevant resource that provided the data to the credit reporting repository. All right, so this 623 letter, which is based on Section 623 of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, is used when there are errors that originated from the creditor's end, not necessarily from the credit repository, the bureau, but from the creditor's end. Right. So in this letter, we have areas there where you can list the account details, the nature of your dispute, and supporting documents that you can send attached to this particular letter to substantiate the reason why you're saying that there is an error. So it needs to be sent to the address that's specified by the furnisher, whoever the furnisher may be. It could be a collection agency, it could be the creditor, but it needs to be sent to that address that's specified. Okay, so I'm going to have to stop right here, but these are some letters that we provide to you when you take the class. And the reason why it's important for you to understand some of these procedures, because I'm in no way saying that this will be anywhere near what a professional certified credit restoration or repair company can do. But this is something that you could do. For so many of you I've talked to, you don't have a budget for that at all. And so before you suffer because you don't have a budget for it, this will help you along the way until you can get to the point where you can engage a professional company, a company that, these companies are excellent. They do this because they understand what they're doing. But before you can get to one of those companies, you might need assistance. This will help you even if you're unable to get those particular companies to help you. All right. So we're going to be talking about, when I come back, the credit repair toolkit, but mostly we're going to be talking about how you can get grants to help fund you. That's right. I'm excited. Can't wait. My heart's beating. You hear it? I'm excited because I know that you're going to appreciate some of these companies that have been made available to you for grants. Companies like the Rural Economic Development Loan and Grant Program that's available under USDA, the Community Development Block Grant that's available. We're going to talk to you about several of those grants that are available to you to help you become a landowner. We're talking about graduating to land ownership. And also remember, I am a licensed real estate agent in the state of Alabama. So if you want to purchase real estate of any kind, whether it be land or whether it be a home or whether it be a commercial building, I'm your person. Why? I'll tell you why. Because it's a buyer's market. It's a seller's market. Baby, it's your market. Call me today.